Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Harry Maguire impresses for Man United in Luton win. Manchester United defender Harry Maguire delivered another solid performance during the club's 1-0 Premier League win over Luton Town at Old Trafford. The Red Devils returned to winning ways after the midweek Champions League defeat, but their performance was not entirely convincing in the final third. United were the dominant side in terms of possession and chances created in the game, but they lacked the cutting edge in front of goal over 90 minutes. Victor Lindelof's goal before the hour mark was the difference between the sides, but the fans would have ideally preferred a more convincing victory versus Luton. Still, there were some positives out of the game. Maguire continued with his good league form with another solid display alongside Lindelof and central defense. The Englishman had some nervy moment in the opening half, but he was rock solid after the interval and controlled the proceedings on the defensive side. The former club captain also excelled with his long ball distribution versus Luton, and many of the club's faithful pointed out the same on social media too. Maguire ended the game with 97 touches and 78 passes. He had a passing accuracy of 91%. He completed 9 out of 13 long balls alongside 3 clearances and 3 blocks. Erik Ten Hag has had a clear preference to play Maguire over Rafael Varane in the right centre-back role, and he has certainly repaid the faith in recent weeks. The 30-year-old was a fringe player at the last international break for United, but he will go into the upcoming one as one of the undisputed starters. Manchester United have made a decision on the future of 29-year-old ace. Manchester United have no intentions of parting ways with Bruno Fernandes. The 29-year-old attacking midfielder is one of the most important players for the club, and they will not sanction his sale in the upcoming winter transfer window or the summer of 2024, according to Football Insider. Fernandes joined United in the winter of 2020 from Sporting. The 29-year-old has gone from strength to strength since making the move to England. He has been absolutely sensational for the Manchester-based club over the years. The Portuguese international is one of the mainstays of the United team under Erik Ten Hag. He was handed over the captain's armband before the start of the 23-24 season. Fernandes has featured in all of their Premier League and Champions League games, depicting how important he is to them. But of late, he has been linked with a move away from the Manchester-based club. There is a lot of interest in the 29-year-old's services from the Saudi Pro League. The Middle East clubs have signed multiple stars over the past 2 windows, and they are expected to go big once again over the next few windows. They wanted to make Fernandes one of their new star signings, but it seems they will have to look elsewhere for options. The Red Devils have made a decision regarding the future of their skipper. They have no intentions of selling him in the winter or in the summer window of 2024. His contract with the English club runs until the summer of 2026 with an option to extend it by another 12 months. As a result, United are in quite a comfortable position. Erik Ten Hag makes optimistic prediction for Man United's season after Luton Town win. Erik Ten Hag has made a prediction about Manchester United's hopes for the season after they made it 4 wins out of 5 in the Premier League with a win over Luton Town. Manchester United are, surprisingly, the most informed side in the Premier League after their tight 1-0 win over Rob Edwards' Luton Town at Old Trafford. The Red Devils had multiple chances to record a comfortable victory, but United struggled to kick off the relegation favourites as the forwards, in particular, fluffed their lines on multiple occasions. Amazingly, the Red Devils are within touching distance of muscling their way into the Champions League spaces despite the poor start to the season. Speaking in the post-match press conference, Erik ten Hag was asked about the club's start to the season and sounded positive about their chances of improvement after the international break. He said, "When we are back, we have three big away games: Everton, Galatasaray, and Newcastle, and we have to be ready for that. I think we are in a position that's not too bad, even when we are not playing since the start of the season that well. Once we start playing well, and it will come, I think we'll be in contention for the top four." The former Ajax boss seems confident that the Red Devils can turn around their sluggish start to the season and pick up where they left off from last season. The target for the season was not laid out, but fans, due to the sheer amount of money spent on transfers, were hoping they could challenge Manchester City for the title. However, after 12 games in the Premier League, the team looks miles away from that possibility, but they are just 6 points from the top spot. City do have a game in hand, however. Nevertheless, perhaps the season is not yet a write-off after all. Wins will be the currency for Ten Hag, and victories will keep the fans on side. Inter Milan plotting audacious €12 million move for Anthony Martial. Despite seemingly being surplus to requirement at Manchester United, striker Anthony Martial is in great demand from clubs around the world at the moment. It was recently reported that the Saudi Pro League is offering the Frenchman an escape route from his substitutes bench hell at Old Trafford, with some reports claiming this could happen as soon as January. Barcelona have also been credited with an interest in acquiring the 27-year-old services, although this would be at the end of season when he is set to become a free agent. Now, it's Serie A turn to get involved, where Inter Milan have reportedly thrown their hat into the ring for Martial. The Nerazzurri are looking for the perfect partner for Lautaro Martinez, according to calciomercatoweb.it, with the club increasingly concerned about Marko Arnautovic's injury record. This means that they will be looking for a January deal for Martial, hoping to take advantage of it only being 6 months before his United contract expires. The report read, "For around €12 million, United could also consider a permanent transfer, perhaps initially agreeing a loan to help Inter cover the salary. The opportunity is there, and the room for maneuver too. It won't be a simple negotiation, but Inter CEO will think about it. Martial would allow head coach Inzaghi to have another element of value, while the Frenchman could relaunch himself by finding new stimuli." There are differing reports about United's willingness to consider selling the Frenchman in January. Some have said they will not consider it because it will leave United with no striker to cover for Rasmus Højlund. Other claims that one of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's first orders of business at the club will be to move the Frenchman on. It may in the end come down to whether United themselves can add another striker to their ranks in January. Rafael Varane sends message on Instagram after cameo versus Luton. Manchester United defender Rafael Varane sent a message on Instagram following the club's 1-0 Premier League win over Luton Town on Saturday. The Red Devils registered a slender victory over the Hatters at Old Trafford. They dominated the proceedings with possession and chances created, but were not clinical enough. Rasmus Højlund missed some big chances in the final third, but the club eventually broke the deadlock through Victor Lindelof before the hour mark of the game. Varane was surprisingly on the bench again, with Lindelof preferred to partner Harry Maguire in central defense. He only came on in the 79th minute. Following the victory, the World Cup winner took to Instagram and posted a picture of him heading the ball against the Hatters during the closing stages. The 30-year-old was an undisputed starter under Erik ten Hag when fit and available last season. But the scenario has now changed with Maguire's good form. The manager has highlighted that he clearly prefers Maguire over Varane in the right centre-back role and hinted that he does not want to play either on the left. In that case, the former Real Madrid man could be set for an extended spell on the bench unless there is a further injury crisis and one of Maguire or Lindelof are unavailable. Varane looked in a positive mood with his Instagram update, but questions are bound to be raised over his future if he can't reclaim a starting spot over the coming games. United are currently sixth in the table with 21 points, six behind leaders Man City, who have a game in hand and they will play today. They face Everton on the road after the international break. £120 million rated Premier League striker names Man United trio who caught his eye growing up. Highly rated Brighton striker Ivan Ferguson has opened up on three former Manchester United stars who impressed him as a Red Devil supporter growing up. Brighton have reportedly slapped an eye-watering £120 million price tag on Ferguson, who has been heavily linked with both Liverpool and United. Seen as the heir to Harry Kane at Tottenham, Ferguson has impressed during his spell at Brighton and is being tipped with a big Premier League move in the future. However, the 19-year-old Brighton star dealt a major blow to Premier League clubs like United after he recently signed a new contract with the Seagulls. Ferguson, who has scored 5 times in 11 Premier League appearances this season, is now under contract with Brighton until 2029. Ferguson, who idolized United legend Rooney growing up, has now candidly spoken about his experience of being a Red Devils fan as a kid. Speaking to Chris Sutton for the Daily Mail, the Republic of Ireland international admitted that he was always impressed with United's choice of strikers. Ferguson singled out the likes of Rooney alongside United cult hero Berbatov and Welbeck, with the latter being his current teammate at Brighton. He said, I supported United as a boy. You had the Rooneys, the Berbatovs, and obviously Danny Welbeck. They have always had a good thing going with the striker. With Ferguson being only 19 years old, United could rekindle their interest in him further down the line, and an Old Trafford move cannot be ruled out. However, the Republic of Ireland striker insisted that he has been unfazed by the speculation surrounding his future due to his exposure to social media. He said, I think so, because I had it so early on at 14. You see it all on social media when someone else is being talked about, but that was the first time it happened to me when I was suddenly the one everyone was talking about. School was a weird one after that. Man United in the strongest position yet to bid for Kylian Mbappe. Although it would appear that Paris Saint-Germain retains a faint hope of securing Kylian Mbappe to another long-term contract, the smart money is on a summer 2024 move to Real Madrid. The French World Cup winner will see out his contract with the Ligue 1 giants next year, and he can walk away from the French capital for nothing. In doing so, he would be able to command a higher salary from Los Blancos, given that there would be no transfer fee to be paid. However, there are conflicting reports surrounding Mbappe's future, with many outlets, including Cadena SER, suggesting that the Spanish giants are no longer interested in signing him. Football Insider says that the Premier League trio of Man United, Man City, and Chelsea are capable of bidding for the player's services should he need to look for alternative employment away from Madrid. Given his goal scoring record, he has 259 goals and 117 assists in his 340 career games. According to Transfer Market, he would be an asset to any club, and that's the press's reason that he won't come cheap, even though the 24-year-old would essentially be a free transfer. Football Insider also goes on to suggest that once Sir Jim Ratcliffe takes over footballing operations at Man United, that they will be in their strongest position yet to acquire Mbappe. What that fails to do is take into account their current position and disjointed way of playing. If the Red Devils want to have any chance of landing Mbappe, they need to up their game significantly in the second half of the season. Man United owners, the Glazers, set to snap Sir Bobby Charlton's funeral. Manchester United's owners, the Glazers, are expected to deliver a major snap to the club by not attending Sir Bobby Charlton's funeral. The football world has been in mourning since Charlton, a legend of England and United, passed away last month at the age of 86. An emotional service will be held in Manchester on Monday to bid farewell to Charlton. Despite many important figures from the football world expected to attend, it seems the Glazers will not be there. As report the Daily Star, the Glazers had discussions with senior club officials and decided that the risk of receiving abuse from supporters, which could overshadow the significant occasion, was too high. It's understood that the Glazers did not want to create unwanted headlines and wanted all attention to be on Charlton. The American owners felt they were in a no-win situation, however. Their decision is seen as the ultimate insult to United and Charlton, who is considered the club's greatest ever player. If the owners changed their minds at the last minute, Joel Glazer would represent them at the service. The Glazers' unwillingness to travel from America to England to pay their respect will likely increase the fans' dislike for the billionaire owners. The Glazers have been trying to sell the club for the past year, but have not been able to reach an agreement with interested parties. The Florida based owners are rarely seen at Old Trafford due to their unpopularity. Even the significance of Charlton's funeral hasn't been enough to draw them across the Atlantic. Thousands are said to line Manchester's streets to honor the 1966 World Cup winner. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.